What do YouTube? Tabby Trolling here. Slavery is a choice. Let's get straight to it. Allow me to reintroduce myself by name. Tabby Troll, baby. Roll with me, troll the world, hit the road, baby. Huh? Count team, baby. Hit me up, IG, follow me, baby. Huh? Ain't on the pill, but I'm rolling. Rolling on the weed. Ain't on the pill, but I'm rolling. Rolling on the weed. Ain't on the pill, but I'm rolling. Rolling on the weed. Welcome back. Welcome here. Like, comment, subscribe. Look, man. Slavery. I keep trying to tell y'all, slavery has nothing to do. It's not just a monolith. Slavery has nothing to do with. Well, it has little to do with physical slavery, as in bondage. You got financial slavery. You got spiritual slavery. All kinds of slavery. Wage slavery. You know what I'm saying? If you got a job, you're a wage slave like me. It's just being real, right? But let's talk about the pro sports plantation, because you think that because they have all this money that these athletes are not slaves. Do you know anything about NFL contracts? NFL contracts are not fully guaranteed. I'm gonna say that one more time. NFL, the most dangerous sport in the United States, the sport that has athletes' life expectancy is like 48 or 49 compared to other pro sport athletes. Combined with the fact that you got to play mostly 4 years of college for free, right? Rookie contract. Think about DeMar Hamlin. He wasn't no superstar. He wasn't getting paid like that. He was on a rookie contract. Think about Lamar Jackson. That man made $600,000 this year. So yeah, there are such things as slave. You can be a slave. And the NFL is no different. The NFL is no different. And I was thinking about this, and I got this clip I want to show y'all about the $40 million slave concept. Old throwback video for Stephen A. Smith's first show on ESPN. I think called Quite Frankly. Let's see, can I find it? I'm finna just play the beginning of it, and I'm gonna butt in a couple times, but I'm gonna need y'all to just watch this real. It's gonna be, you're gonna see what I mean about $40 million slaves. Also, it's gonna be nothing but part one. It's gonna be 3 parts. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. 1 second. Download. Screen recording. This is not going well. Until I find it, Malcolm X, we got a message for y'all, man. Listen to this.
Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to? So much so that you don't want to be around each other.
That's real. That's a real question. Not out of the ordinary at all. Right? I can't find this damn video. I should have been more prepared. So, what we're going to do is, I'm going to play the message again. Hopefully, I'll be straight, man.
Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to? So much so that you don't want to be around each other.
Once again, it's a question that needs to be answered. But check this out.
today with author William C. Rhoden and my panel talking about Bill's controversial new book, $40 million slave.
$40 million
In the
slave.
book, Mr. Rhoden shows that even though many African-American athletes are paid millions of dollars, they're still
very old video, like I said,
subject to plantation mentality, which harkens back to the days of slavery. George Wright was wise, an anti-racism educator and author of the 2005 book.
We got the complimentary
like me. Tim, welcome to the show, man. Thank you for being here, man. I appreciate it.
If you've heard what
almost bet these guys had to say.
I can almost bet. My bad. Yeah. I can almost bet it's gonna be another white guy. Cause I think I remember this. Another white guy. They had like a good cop, bad cop thing going on. Like they had like the racist black guy, the racist white guy that's gonna be on Zoom, I believe. They're not in the studio with them. Then they got the other the good cop, you know what I'm saying? They're not the anti-racist white cop. It's just crazy, man. Just listen to this shit, man. Just think about what's going on right here.
The first thing that jumps out of your mind based on what you've heard so far?
Well, you know, first of all, as a white man, I tend to not associate anything or try to make anything equivalent to slavery. It's not really my place. It's like, as a Jewish man, when folks say, you know, somebody's the next Hitler.
Well, Joe just finished doing that for quite a few minutes.
You know, as a Jewish man, when folks say somebody's the next Hitler, I tend to get a little upset about that.
That's fair enough.
Too. But what I will say is this. I think the book has a lot of validity. I think the analogy is true in the sense that money does not buy freedom.
Thanks.
If you don't actually have the ability to speak your mind. And historically, we know that black
that's what I mean by slavery. That is exactly what I mean by slavery. If your livelihood, no matter if you're making $5.25 an hour, if you're making $40 million an hour, if your livelihood depends on you not going to work and you can't pay your bills to eat and you do not own that business, you are a slave. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. We need workers, but let's just be real. There's a lot of slavery going on that we are choosing to be slaves. I don't care how much money you make. If you can't just wake up one day and say, you know what, I'm just gonna go to another country for a month and not worry about if your bills get paid or not, because you have to worry about your job or save money, or you have financial freedom. We're talking about financial freedom. You see, people talking about getting wealthy and rich. Okay, yeah, we gotta start with the financial freedom. Debt, without debt, it doesn't matter, because $40 million without financial freedom means nothing. If they could just catch, like I said, NFL does not have guaranteed contracts, people. I'm gonna keep saying that. The NFL does not have fully guaranteed contracts. Nobody's talking about that. That's the most dangerous part of the game. Do you know, out of all of these NFL players, there are only two noteworthy athletes who are quarterbacks that has fully guaranteed contract. One plays for my team, the Vikings. I don't want to talk about it. The other one is Deshaun Watson. $230 million guaranteed. It's reported that they offered Lamar Jackson $133 a guarantee. That's a slap in the face. But I digress. Because now Lamar Jackson has to force himself back out to the next year. They can franchise tag this man. And once again, the most physically, the most violent, the most dangerous, if I'm gonna say this, sport is American football. The NFL is $1 billion industry. People in America love football. Just point blank, period. That's why it's called $40 million slaves because they can't do anything for the community?
No. Spoken their mind in a way that white America didn't like have been slapped down for it in spite of the money. Having said that, here's what I would want to add. I want to caution, as a white person who sort of knows my people, quote unquote, quote, pretty well, and the way we think about race, when we say that black athletes with a lot of money have this additional extra burden to uplift the community, I don't want us to hear that as white folks now are off the hook and we don't have to make institutional change. Because although it may be true.
This is the whole point I be trying to make, man. This is the whole point of this live stream. This is the whole point of the channel. This is the whole point. Man, look. White people, we were enslaved. I'm starting to even doubt that because we already know the transatlantic slave trade was fake. That's a video for another day. Are you kidding me right now? They didn't have a burden. What do you mean? They feel obligated. Yes, they do. We don't need handouts from white people. We don't need if we wanted to just build generational wealth overnight, we do not need not one white person to help us do it. It's not about that's what's wrong with integration. That's the problem with integration. When we were segregated, we had more. We had our own shit. We were separated. We had our own. Of course, they don't teach you that in public school. We learned in school that we started from slavery to Jim Crow until now. That's our history in America. Think about that. And you think because a nigga made $40 million, he no slave? How did he make them $40 million? You think because these rappers back at $5-6 million selling their soul, they're not slaves? Come on, man. We gotta stop being disingenuous. We gotta stop with the outrage. We don't need, look, I'm not even racist. We don't need white people to do anything for us at this point in time. Because 400 years we've been doing this shit and nothing has happened. We voting. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It never has mattered. And it's up to our generation. I'm an 80s baby. It's up to the 80s babies, the 90s babies, and the you know what I'm saying? In the 2000s to let go of trying to convince 70 babies, just like your grandma. Like I love my mom to death. I do. I love my family, my auntie, my cousins, my sister. I love them to death. I love them. Always been there for me. Right? But I gotta empathize because they didn't come up in this world we came up in. So the moon landing might do seem like, come on, everybody knows the moon landing, seen on TV, right? So things that they grew up on, the religion, look, we didn't have the technology like we had then. So religion, yeah, you had 4 or 5 TV stations. You had 4 or 5 TV stations, and you had church. That was basically no social media, no sports, no Twitter, no Facebook, no TikTok, no on the phone, no YouTube. You take your ass outside to go play. No tablets, no Nintendos, no PlayStations. All they had was the radio, the 5 or 6 news channel, and a church. Okay. We trying to reach 18 and under. Just you know what? Just to make it look 21 and under. That's my message for them. If you want to hop on the bed, 21 and younger is what our message is for. And we got to stop with the bullshit. We are in an age right now. We have technology in our hands right now to decipher the bullshit from the real shit, and we keep falling for it every time. We fall for it every time. I mean, y'all even know what's going on? Black people who voted, who were Democrats, where the hell are y'all at right now? Where are the black Democrats? See, y'all, nobody asking these questions. You damn near hung Ice Cube. You ridicule Kanye West. Vote blue no matter who has led us down some bullshit. Why are we still voting? Just that point alone. Look, it's an illusion. The illusion of inclusion. The illusion of inclusion. I don't even want to finish the video. I got mad. I done got mad, bro. I'll see y'all this video, man. I got to go. Right.
Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to? So much so that you don't want to be around each other.